What's going on, everybody? This is dkdynamite, and now that the Black Ops Cold War Alpha is over, it's time to address all of the controversy that's been going on when it comes to zombies, because over the past week or so, there have been quite a few reputable insiders dropping a load of intel on the zombies mode, on top of the fact that a mysterious individual randomly joined one of the most highly populated Call of Duty Discord servers, and not only dropped new bits of information and some spoilers, but he also dropped some leaked screenshots of the alpha build for Black Ops Cold War Zombies, and these screenshots actually caused quite a bit of a divide within the community already, and it's kind of leading us down the same toxic path that the community was at during the Black Ops 4 season. It's silly, but we're going to be breaking all that down here in today's video, on top of some exclusive information that you guys definitely have not heard yet. But I do want to reassure you, as the disclaimer did say at the beginning of the video, nothing I talk about in this video is copyright protected, and everything we're going to be breaking down does fall under fair use. And I also want to reassure you that I will not be going over any spoilers when it comes to the Easter eggs or storyline. That's just not the right thing to do, but definitely buckle up. We have quite a bit to talk about. And also be sure to hit that subscribe button down below, because about 75% of you that watch my videos aren't subscribed. So make sure you guys are getting notifications every time I update you on Black Ops Cold War. But first and foremost, when it comes to the leaked screenshots, let's quickly talk about that. So on the screenshots, you could see 150 health, a mini map, a message that says gain entrance to the facility. You can clearly see it's the Nocturne Toten facility. Right outside of it, that is. It's snowy, it's daytime, there's a placeholder HUD, but do not take these images and think that they reflect what the final build is going to look like for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. It's literally an alpha build. It doesn't look that great. There's a lot of placeholder content in those screenshots, and of course you're going to get vibes of World War II zombies, since Sledgehammer actually poured down the foundation of Black Ops Cold War before Treyarch eventually took charge along with Raven. So give the game a chance. I mean, let the mode get revealed first before you start judging how the zombies is gonna feel. Now, it was reported that the mysterious individual who dropped these leaked screenshots has now been banned from the Call of Duty Discord server. So I can tell you this, if you post these leaked screenshots on Twitter or YouTube, you will eventually get in trouble. Don't do it. It's seriously not worth it, considering we're extremely close to the zombies reveal. Probably a couple of weeks away, if not sooner. And on top of that, they're alpha screenshots. They do not in any way reflect what the final build is gonna look like for Black Ops Cold War Zombies. Now, let's combine what the mysterious individual was talking about with what a lot of reputable insiders have also been talking about, because there's quite a bit when it comes to the information here. So starting off with maps that'll be in Black Ops Cold War Zombies, in no particular order, we first up have Die Maschine, and it is of course a German name for the map, translates to the machine in English, also known as ZM_Silver. This is apparently the map that we saw in the teaser. It's a snowy map. You can go outside of Nocturne Toten, the entire facility that is, and the zombies do look pretty creepy. Now, apparently Nocturne Toten is also a separate map on top of that, so what I could assume is that Nocturne Toten will be available as just a standalone survival map, but the main launch map will just have Nocturne Toten in it, and we'll get to transit in a second. But apparently there's also a map known as Firebase Z, known as ZM_Pink. Now, we're thinking this could be the Vietnam map, which could also be the celebrity map of Black Ops Cold War Zombies, but pink is the color that we've heard about for quite some time as a map that is coming to Call of Duty 2020 Zombies. But I definitely think a Vietnam map is inevitable at this point, considering that it was going to be DLC 3 of Black Ops 1, which eventually got changed to Shangri-La. So now is a perfect time to finally bring back that Vietnam map. But we don't know if this pink map is a launch map or not. We also heard about Berlin, ZM_Platinum. So this is believed to be releasing later in the DLC season, and it's also to be believed that it is a Keener der Toten remake. So I guess you could speculate a little bit that you can probably go even deeper onto the street on Keener der Toten, right past the alley, if you guys remember that. So maybe it'll be an expanded Kino, similar to how Blood, Classified, Alpha Omega, and Tag der Toten are, where they take the original map and expand it quite a bit. Now, before you guys complain about remakes, I just want to let you guys know that we don't know if these are going to be random maps that drop, or are these going to be maps a part of the new storyline they're telling. We don't actually know. We could be getting a bunch of new maps and then some remakes in between. Just wait and see. Do not judge based on this information that is pretty early on and could easily be changed in the future. Now, there's also talks about The Giant, which may not be a direct Der Riese remake, but could be an expansion of the Der Riese we know from World at War. It's apparently a newer map similar to Die Maschine, like Nocturne Toten one, so maybe just a portion of Der Riese is available, and then it's another new map, you know, beside that or something. And then lastly, transit will apparently currently not be there on launch, but it has been hinted by many sources who've reported lots of information about Modern Warfare, Warzone, and of course Black Ops Cold War. And on top of that too, there were some rumors of faithful remasters of Mob of the Dead, Call of the Dead, 5, and Nuketown. So that information about those remasters surfaced quite some time ago, but information about them has started surfacing again. So you guys are probably like, wait a second, you just named all remakes, and that's true, but there's again no indication as to whether or not that is all we're going to be getting throughout the season. I highly doubt it. I feel like that would be a big slap in the face to be like, all right, we made a mistake with Black Ops 4, people were pissed off, let's just repeat that again and see if it works. I don't think they're going to go down that route, but hey, as I said before too, considering DLC is going to be free with no season pass, I would not be surprised to see a lot more recycled content than usual. Not that I'm going to complain and not play it, but I know a majority of the community is definitely going to complain about this. But look at Modern Warfare as an example. DLC is free, and there's quite a bit of remastered content in that game. And also remember, as I brought up briefly, everything we talk about today is subject to change. Now, the last map here is Dead Ops Arcade 3, which is going to be a launch map, and I have talked about many times on the channel before. Now, when it comes to the bosses in Dead Ops Arcade 3, this is something you may not have seen yet, because I did tweet about this, but haven't made a video about it. We have the Cosmic Silverback, of course, the Cosmic Silverback's mother. We have a Hazmat Zombie, which we can clearly see in the Zombies teaser the other day. We have Brutus, Nova Crawlers, potentially the Avogadro. Not 100% on that one, but apparently the Avogadro was discovered recently, probably for Dead Ops. There's going to be a boss with a jagged dagger type of arm, similar to the Gladiator from 9. I believe that's what that says. And there's going to be a boss that looks like a Vietnam experiment, similar to the napalm aesthetic that we saw from the concept art of the scrapped Vietnam map from Black Ops 1 Zombies. So I like what Dead Ops is doing there. And lastly, there is a Blightfather that's in Dead Ops Arcade 3. So definitely wondering how Chaos is going to tie into this at all. If it does, maybe they'll just reuse a couple of Chaos assets in Dead Ops 3 that isn't canon to the new storyline that they're telling. We'll just have to wait and see. But it's definitely going to be a mashup of a ton of Zombies assets, as usual, like we saw with the first Dead Ops and the second one. But what's weird about it is that Dead Ops Arcade 3 was data mined, I believe, a little while ago, but in Warzone. It was like WZ_ Dead Ops Arcade 3. So I wonder how Warzone plays into that. Either we're going to be in Dead Ops 3 playing on the Warzone map, similar to Dead Ops Arcade 2, or playing on Black Ops 3 multiplayer maps. Maybe it's that, or there'll be an arcade machine inside the Warzone map where maybe you can unlock Dead Ops Arcade 3 through that. That's definitely a possibility. But now when it comes to bosses and regular zombies, there's quite a few. We have the Pyro Panzer, we have a Hazmat Zombie, a Russian mech / mangler, probably a heavy. We have a Mimic, not sure what that is, a Hellhound Crawler, some type of Nova dog, which sounds weird. We then have a Summoner, which can spawn other bad guys. I'm also not sure what that is. And besides that, there's going to be plenty of returning and familiar faces from the original Ether story, which kind of doesn't surprise me considering we are going to be seeing a Dark Ether storyline of some sort that does follow up after the ending of Tagged or Toten. So I guess easy predictions here is that we're in a rebooted universe where 115 doesn't exist, something goes wrong, probably something with the experiments dealing with the Russians, and then the Dark Ether kind of seeps through this rebooted universe, and boom, we have a return of a lot of familiar mechanics from classic Ether Zombies. That's kind of what I'm getting at when reading this. Now, when it comes to perks, we have all classic perks, but they're 2.0 versions. Apparently, you can upgrade the perks to 4 levels. So I guess you can maybe compare this to the perk modifiers from Black Ops 4. But again, we may be misinterpreting this. But we have Stamina Up, Deadshot, Elemental Pop, not sure what that is, Quick Revive, Juggernog, Speed Cola, and Double Tap. Now, apparently Double Tap is still, as of now in the alpha build, a type of system that's similar to Black Ops 4 where you have to pack a punch 4 times to get your double tap. That again could be changed, but perks are also cans now, not bottles. Again, maybe that'll change too, but it's kind of funny and ironic how somebody actually made some artwork not too long ago of perk cans instead of bottles, so that kind of fits perfectly with this. I think it's a cool idea and I really don't mind it, but I'm sure people will still complain no matter what. Apparently elixirs are returning, but like we saw before, I believe Gobblegums were in Black Ops 4 at some point, and then that was changed to elixirs, so we'll probably see this changed again at some point to a different type of system with a different name. That's again unknown. When it comes to to specialist weapons, we have a Healing Aura, Frost Blast, Ether Shroud, and an Energy Mine. They don't sound very overpowered, and if I had to take a guess, I would say that the specialist weapons are going to be kind of cool, but not really detrimental to the gameplay, you know, as they were in Black Ops 4, where you kind of spawn in already overpowered, you know, you can take them out to respawn your zombies. I'm sure they'll be a little more balanced and a little more similar to the Black Ops 3 specialist. But now it's a matter of whether or not we'll be able to equip these specialists at the main menu through create a class, or do you have to actually build them or acquire them somehow in a game of zombies similar to Black Ops 3. Only time will tell. But when it comes to buildables, we have a shield and we have something that isn't a spoiler, and you're gonna hear why. We have an Ether Scope, which you can take and look around the map, and at certain points it will show you a flashback scene from the Ether storyline. We already saw this in the teaser trailer when we get a glimpse of Weaver, Dr. Steiner, the mysterious woman, so that's kind of a tease as to how we're gonna learn about the storyline of this map. So that's gonna be interesting, but again, no spoilers beyond that. I just think that's really cool to go over, and it's gonna be a buildable. Now, last but not least, we have a couple more similarities to World War II zombies in that we may actually be seeing multiple endings with some of the Easter eggs. Again, I won't be spoiling what's in these Easter eggs or what happens, but what I will say is that World War II definitely inspired whatever they're doing with this game, but don't take that in a bad way. Like I said, they did a lot right with that game, and I think if they just add the Treyarch charm to it, it'll work out in the end. But apparently there will be separate modes for survival and the main Easter egg. So think of the main Easter egg mode as something like COD Mobile Zombies, where you kind of just go in, do the steps that you have to do, and then you're done. And if you want to go for high rounds, you play the survival mode, which is separate from that. As of now, that is the plan, but again, that could be changed. It's very subject to change. Maybe it won't work and they'll only do it with one map, and then for the rest of the DLC season, they don't do that. Similar to how in Final Reich, we had a casual Easter egg, a hardcore Easter egg, but then for the DLC maps, they just didn't do that anymore. So we'll have to wait and see how that happens, but apparently you could win a game of zombies. So I definitely think they're trying some new things this time around, and if it doesn't work, you know what? At least they tried something innovative, something we haven't really seen before in a full launch of zombies on console and PC, not just COD Mobile. But let me know what you think of all this down below in the comment section. This has been dkdynamite. There are quite a few spoilers available to me when it comes to the story, Easter eggs, and all that, but it's just not the right thing to go ahead and make a video or tweet about it. I just wouldn't feel right doing that. Within Black Ops 4, there was a similar situation where I had access to, you know, the audio for the cutscenes, the music, all this different crap, and I'm like, why would I spoil that? Why would I be responsible for ruining that? Ruining the element of surprise for the zombies community? It's just not worth it. And for what? For a video, for a tweet, for some clout? That is just not worth it whatsoever. But when it comes to information that is pretty basic and stuff that you're gonna hear right away, it's not really spoiling anything big, I don't mind talking about that. You guys do enjoy that, so I'm gonna provide that for you. But when it comes to major spoilers, do not expect that from me whatsoever, but you may end up seeing a lot of heavy spoilers shared all over Twitter and Discord in the next few weeks, considering there's people that also have access to this that'll probably do some bad with it. But really hope you've enjoyed. That is about it, and peace out, everyone.